What up, y'all? Welcome back to another installment of the Pick and Roll Podcast. I'm your co-host, Jonathan Fridline.
And I'm Alan J. Pandian. And in this episode, we're going to be talking about the CFB playoffs, the Heismans, and also a little bit about fantasy and potentially the Browns. We'll see if we get to that. But we're going to start off with trivia.
Sounds like a good time.
You want to? I guess you're going
I'll
first.
kick us off.
All right.
There is a 0% chance that you're going to get this off the bat.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to give you hints. Maybe you'll get it down the road. We'll see.
I'm not the most knowledgeable.
It's about college football.
Yeah, I'm not the most knowledgeable college football player. I know a little bit.
I know more than you, though. No cap. Anyways.
Watch last episode. We'll see.
The question is, what college quarterback holds the record for most pass attempts in one game? He's lost, just like what I thought he'd be. So, I'm going to start giving you some hints. This quarterback went on to have a very, very, very successful career in the NFL.
In the NFL, okay.
In the NFL. That is hint number one. The hints are going to get bigger as it goes on. Hint number two, he has a Super Bowl.
Just one?
Yes, just one.
Okay.
I don't want to give you the third one because it's really obvious. Yet.
Drew Brees.
What?
Is that right?
That is correct.
Let's go.
Drew Brees. That's funny to me. It's just a random fact. Like, in all of college football history, he has the most pass attempts in one game.
Usually
when
you think of Drew Brees, you think of like efficiency, but
exactly. I mean, maybe he was efficient. Maybe he had an outstanding game.
Yeah.
Do you know what college he went to?
Purdue.
Nice.
Yes,
I didn't know.
Whenever I create a quarterback in Madden, I always choose Purdue. Sir, come on now.
Whatever.
All right. My question is, this is an NFL question.
Oh, I'm gonna get it right.
Which wide receiver has the most career receiving yards? He has over 20,000
of all time or this season.
All time.
20,000 yards in one season.
Yeah.
I
know this. You want to say this, but it's not Brennan Darr. Sorry to burst your bubble, but
I hate these questions because if I get it wrong, I'm gonna be so exposed because I feel like it's just I want to say something like Randy Moss or like
Randy Moss is never a bad option when you talk about receivers, but it's not. I'll give you that. It's not Randy Moss.
Is it 20,000?
20,000 yards.
Is he
played from 1985 to 2004?
Okay, it's game over. There's no way I'm getting it.
Played with the San Francisco 49ers. That's the primary team. You probably wouldn't know any other team he played for.
Watch me never heard of this guy ever. No, I bet I've heard of him. Give me the first letter of his last name.
R.
I don't know why I asked that. That helped. that didn't help at all.
His last name is a food.
Ramen noodles. Is it some ramen?
No, it's not
ravioli.
It's not like a very tasty food. It's just kind of like a filler food. You get it with your
rice. I know it's rice. What's his first name? It's not Jerry. Jerry Rice is another person. Or maybe I'm thinking of Jerry Rice. I get all of these athletes all mixed up sometimes if they don't play in the NBA. Jerry, but I feel like someone named Jerry Rice exists. I don't know if he plays football, or if he was a running back, or if he played baseball. No. Okay, Jerry Rice. Final answer.
That is correct.
I knew he played football. I knew he was a wide receiver. I knew that.
He knew that right at the beginning. Before we get past anything, we want to address to all the Ohio State fans how deeply saddened we are.
Well, yeah, I fell into a full-fledged depression. No, I didn't actually, but I may have. Do you know what's funny? I've had people come up to me that aren't even like Ohio State fans and be like, "Yeah, Ohio State is the most talented team, or one of arguably the most talented team in college football."
Yeah.
And I agree with them.
I mean, they didn't look like it on like 2 weeks ago. Whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so we hired a new defensive coordinator. So hopefully that fixes our.
That's interesting.
That fixes our. Hopefully that, like Hassan Haskins. I saw a meme one time actually.
A meme.
It was the one Isaiah Stewart versus LeBron fight.
Yeah.
There's this one security guard who just let Isaiah Stewart just run past him, and that was like Ohio State's defense.
Oh.
And the Isaiah Stewart was Hassan Haskins. So, okay, just a little meme.
Little memeage for you.
Yeah. So yeah, we're playing in the Rose Bowl against Utah State. I think,
it's gonna be bittersweet. Like we're gonna go and we're gonna win.
I mean, you never know. Utah State they're pretty good.
I don't care. We're gonna win.
Speaking of the college football playoffs. Let's
Shall we give some predictions? We should.
Is
that what you were segueing?
Yes.
See, we're right here.
Yes.
We're right here. This is what 10 episodes on a pod. Actually, we're at more than 10 now.
13.
13. That's what 13 episodes of a podcast will do to you.
Mm-hmm.
On-screen chemistry is actually what it's called.
Absolutely.
Anyways, do you want to? Let's break it down. Let's break it down for the viewers.
Do you have the brackets ready in your head? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's a 4-team bracket for any of you noobs out there. Let's start from the 1 versus 4 side. You got Alabama at number 1. Hate them. And then 4, you got Cincinnati, the only undefeated team in the college football playoff.
They just don't like Cincinnati. I don't know.
Yeah, they sleeping on Cincinnati.
They're sleeping. Much as I want Cincinnati to win and cheer for my boy Trey, it's hard to bet against.
Trey who?
Trey Tucker.
Trey Tucker. Hey, look him up on the interwebs at home. Trey Tucker's a beast.
Yeah. As much as I want Cincinnati to win, it's hard to bet against Alabama with Bryce Young and Nick Saban.
Nick Saban's washed. Do I have permission to shock the world?
You do.
Do I have permission to shock the world?
You do. It's
you heard it here first, folks. I don't know how many people are on my side. I may look like an idiot down the road, but right now, I think Cincinnati is going to win that game. I said it. I shocked the world. I see all their jaws. They're on the floor right now.
Well,
the jaws are dropped. Let me raise you. I really do think that miracles happen.
They have it. They do. That's not like they don't.
They
have
have the weapons. It's not like I as y'all know, I'm an Ohio State fan, but going in last year, Alabama versus Ohio State in the championship, like I knew Ohio State was not going to win that game because I knew how talented Alabama was.
Yeah.
But right now, guys, I think Cincinnati has the weapons if they play really, really well. And not that Alabama has to play really, really bad. Alabama just has to have like a mediocre game. Remember, Alabama laid an egg to Texas A&M. Auburn took Alabama to what, 2-3 overtimes?
4 overtimes.
So what I'm saying is Alabama is able to not.
Yeah, they're beatable.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're not untouchable. And right now Cincinnati has been untouchable, but I mean they haven't been playing like the same talent as Alabama. But anyways, I say Cincinnati with the upset. On the other side, 2 versus 3. You got, I can't even say their name. Xichigan, that team up north. Versus their 2 seed, number 3 seed is Georgia.
But
so what are you saying?
Georgia's gonna blow them out.
I think Georgia's defense will be a little too overwhelming for Michigan's inconsistent offense.
Yeah, they lost to Michigan State.
Mm-hmm.
And look what we did to them.
Yeah.
In the first half. Oh
yeah, exactly.
So it's like
Michigan is definitely a defense-heavy team. You know, you got Aiden Hutchinson. We'll talk about him later.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't he just set the franchise record for sacks?
I think he did. Yeah.
I think he did.
They got.
I just think Georgia will just pound them. I think they'll win by double digits.
Hopefully, we don't like Xichigan. I think it'll be a good game, but I think Georgia's gonna pull it out.
You think so?
Yeah. I think the winner of that game will win the entire.
That's what a lot of people are saying, and you know what? I can get on board with that.
Yeah, because I don't know. Alabama's fluky sometimes, and then Cincinnati, it's like they're the 4 seed. Even though they're undefeated, they're the 4 seed for a reason. And Georgia's defense.
I think they're the best team in college football history. Greatest team ever assembled.
All right, moving on. Let's look at these Heisman. Predictions.
Wait. We never did the championship.
Georgia.
Oh, you already said that. So for me, it's Cincinnati versus Georgia. I want Cincinnati.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the Heismans then.
Okay. So the Heisman, I have them pulled up. There are, so every year, last weekend was the big, I don't know what's it called, the selection show for the top 4 finalists for the Heisman Trophy, the most pristine, most gravitated to trophy in college football. You got quarterback Kenny Pickett of Pittsburgh, quarterback C.J. Stroud of Ohio State, yes sir, quarterback Bryce Young of Alabama, and then defensive end Aiden Hutchinson of Xichigan. Here's the thing. The Heisman Trophy, though it may deserve to go to someone else, 9 out of 10 times it's going to go to a quarterback/running back. I think everyone knows that. Like last year, Devonta Smith was the first ever wide receiver to win the Heisman Trophy.
Second.
Who was the first?
I know he was the second.
Okay, that's what I mean. And the Heisman Trophy has been a thing for, 50-plus years?
Yeah.
So I think there's been a handful of defensive players winning it. What I'm saying is the Heisman tends to go to the good quarterback on one of the best teams.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like a marketing thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that said, I think Bryce Young of Alabama is going to win the Heisman. Not necessarily that he deserves it, but I think he will win it.
Mm-hmm. He's a great player. I think
he is a great player. Don't. I'm not hating on Bryce Young, but I'm just saying I'm playing the odds here. Like, look back. He's on Alabama. Alabama's the 1 seed, and he's a quarterback, the stud quarterback. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you there. I think it's gonna be Bryce Young. He reminds me a little bit of like Tua, but like more agile and a better thrower.
You think so?
Yeah. Like
Wait, did Tua win the Heisman? No, he never did.
He played for Alabama, but
I think Jalen Hurts won the Heisman.
Yeah, he reminds me of Tua a little bit. That he can move around and he can throw the ball accurately. I mean, I think he's a better thrower than Tua, but like, yeah, I think he's gonna win a Heisman. But I think if we're going based on like player performance this season, I think it should go to Kenny Pickett.
You think so?
He's been tremendous.
Pittsburgh?
He's been so good for Pittsburgh. Even though they didn't make the playoff, they still won their conference, and he's just been great. You see that one fake slide he did?
Yeah, and he literally changed the rules.
Yeah, we both got Bryce Young.
Let's talk about C.J. Stroud for a second.
If C.J.
Here's the thing, C.J. Stroud, he was so streaky. I'm surprised he's a finalist. When I saw he was a finalist, I was like,
I think the Michigan State game really did it for the voters. Like, he had 6 touchdowns in the first half.
Yeah,
and then when he had 1 incompletion. So it's like they saw what he could do, and they
enough said. And
but I think,
and like I said, he's on Ohio State, and Ohio State is the high profile college football team. Yeah. I think it will go Bryce Young, Kenny Pickett, Aiden Hutchinson, C.J. Stroud.
Let's then wrap it up the CFB section.
CFB.
And we're going to talk about fantasy football, or Fred's lack of success in fantasy football.
Guys, let me tell you a little something. I already told them my sob story last episode. Of I actually tried this year. Like, I was actually trying, and I still suck.
And he gave me Jonathan Taylor.
Okay, well, here's the story. Like, nothing's changed. I think I'm 3-9. 3-9, ladies and gentlemen. But I did go on a 2-game winning streak. That was kind of hype.
Yes, sir.
Do you want to tell them about the scam of all scams? Let me tell you, I trust it. This man runs a podcast with me. Never in my life would I think that he would scam me. Oh, was I wrong?
Okay, the details of the trade were, I received Jonathan Taylor. Of the Indianapolis Colts. His first-round pick, mind you. And, okay, first of all, you can't scam somebody who's smart.
Wait.
To be fair, he wasn't doing very well.
He was underperforming. So he baited me. He was underperforming.
So, yeah, first-round pick, Jonathan Taylor, for Jalen Waddle, Devontae Parker, who immediately went to IR, and Mike Davis,
who I think is in free agency right now.
No,
didn't you say you picked him up?
He's on. No, I picked up Devontae Parker after you dropped him, and he got me 11 points last week.
Hey, say what you want, but Jalen Waddle's
Jalen Waddle's nice. I will admit. So
the 1 week he did score more than Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah,
that's beside the point. Jonathan Taylor is the number 1 fantasy player this year.
Yes, he is. He had a 50 piece a couple weeks ago. So
Long story short, I didn't talk to Alan for a long time because of that. And because of that, my team's 3-9 and has a 0% chance of making the playoffs.
My team is 10-3. 3-10 actually. Oh yeah, you gave me yeah.
Did I lose last week?
You're 3-10, yes. So we have reciprocal records. Reciprocal records.
Don't use fancy math terms on me. Hey, say what you want, but I have a 50% chance of winning this week, so can't sneeze on that.
I have a 70.
Okay. Well.
How much time we got left?
That's frustrating.
Let's see if we can talk about the Browns.
8.
Let's have a quick discussion about
cut that part out.
What?
Are you gonna cut that part?
Yeah, I'm gonna cut a lot of stuff out.
Okay.
So it's probably gonna be under 25.
Okay.
So
let's go.
Let's have a quick discussion about the Cleveland Browns. We play Baltimore tomorrow.
The Cleveland Browns.
Play Baltimore tomorrow. We should have won. 2 weeks ago. But we didn't. Our offense sold a bag once again.
Yeah.
We need to make some major decisions in the offseason.
But actually, and while we're on the subject, I'm going to pull up the standings for the AFC, whatever we're in.
AFC North.
AFC North. Oh, I knew that. I knew that.
Yeah.
Because the Steelers just lost twice, I think. Hang on.
No, we still have a chance to make the playoffs. We're in the hunt. But so we have to beat the Ravens this week.
I think we have to go 4-1 the rest of the season.
We can't lose to any other conference or division.
So it sucks. It just makes me so mad that we happen to be in. Aren't we in the best division?
Yeah, pretty much.
Because we're 6-6 and we're last.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, we're tied for last with the Steelers. You got the Ravens who are 8-4, Bengals who are 7-5. The Bengals.
The Bungles.
The Bungles. And then the Steelers are 6-1, and the Browns are 6-6.
Yeah. So, we need to beat the Ravens tomorrow. We need to beat the Steelers, whatever. Then we need to beat the Bengals. We have to win all 3 conference games, or division games.
Mm-hmm.
And then who else do we play? We play the Packers. That's tough.
That could be the one that we drop.
Yeah.
So that means we gotta clutch up in the league.
Yeah. Well, Baker, Reagan Mayfield, you better shot, man.
I don't know, man. I still love Baker. I don't know.
I don't think he's our guy anymore.
I disagree. Who else are we gonna pick up?
I don't know.
Case Keenum?
I'd rather have Case Keenum than Baker right now.
That's true. Legitimately, last game we should have put in Case Keenum because Odell. I just said Odell. Baker has been fighting all these injuries, and he's underperforming because of them. Just let Case Keenum go in, who's average backup quarterback.
Yeah, he literally got us a win against Denver, and and now we got Kareem Hunt back and Nick Chubb, so he doesn't even have to pass.
He doesn't have to pass the ball a lot. Well,
that seems like the end of our discussion of the NFL and CFB.
Yeah. I think I had minimal embarrassing moments there.
Minimal.
Aside from Jerry Rice, me saying he was in the MLB.
Oh my.
Besides that, we're fine.
Yeah. Well, you want to shout out the gram?
I would love to shout out the gram. Ladies and gentlemen, on Instagram, if you don't have the app, install the app. And the first people you should follow is at the. I found out the other day it is the. It's the pick.
Not and.
We're not pick and. No, we're picking.
Yeah.
The Pick and Roll Podcast.
_ Thanks
for watching, guys.
That's a wrap.